So, over the past week, I have bought 2 different cameras. Well, technically 3 now. So, I originally started out with the Canon SX740. The 4K does not work. Even the HD is blurry. That's what I filmed my first video on. It's not good. Doesn't focus. The background just looks really fuzzy, and don't do it. Don't. It's really not worth it. The HD for real is not. Some people have managed to make it work, but it won't even work on like a super expensive SD card. Nothing. It's trash. And then my second camera that I got was a Sony A5100, I believe that's how you say it. And it overheats like crazy and shuts down, and the sound quality was horrible. It was just annoying, and you had to charge the battery like with it inside the camera, and that's my pet peeve. Because even if the battery was fully charged, the camera light would still be yellow, even if the battery was fully charged. So the camera couldn't indicate that the battery was fully charged. So that sucked. It was horrible. Ignore my nails. They painted my nails on set yesterday, and they look like shit. And I'm really pissed about it, because they could have been like, oh, you need to go get your nails done nude. They didn't say that. But now I got the camera I originally wanted. I went to Best Buy, and 2 different workers talked me into getting both the cameras I just talked about previously. And I originally went in for the camera that I'm filming on now, which is the Canon G7X Mark II. And it's a bigger price difference than both of them, obviously. And basically, I just kept listening to the employees, because one of them was a photography student that recommended the Sony A5100. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be great. The quality looked good in the store. I was so excited, and it was just not good. So thanks. And then the Canon SX740 just wasn't good. The guy that was helping me had no clue about cameras, and it really pissed me off, and the quality wasn't good. The first video that I recorded, I already said I filmed on that Canon SX740, so if you want to look at the quality, you can go look at it. That was supposed to be 4K. That's not 4K. This looks better than all of the cameras combined. And I originally went in there each time saying I wanted this specific camera, which is the Canon G7X Mark II. Both guys talked me out of it. I was like, nope, just don't do it. It's not worth it for the price. It's really not. And I kept believing them, because you work at Best Buy, you're supposed to know what you're talking about. And they got called over there for knowing about cameras. They didn't know anything. I knew more than they did. So, and then some guy tried arguing with me when I returned my Sony A5100 that it's common to know that they overheat. It's common for this to happen. No, it's not. Neither of any of the cameras that I've got have overheated except that one. And one, if that's a common known thing, why didn't you tell me? Sorry. Why didn't you tell me that when I bought the freaking camera? Because I returned 2 cameras in 1 week. And now I got the camera I originally wanted, because I knew a lot of different people use this camera. And I know this camera is amazing. It's the #1 rated mirrorless camera right now. And originally I was going to look at the Panasonic, I think that's how you say it, Lumix G7. And I know someone that has that camera, and it's not good either. It's really not. The autofocus is shitty. It can't track your face as well as this does. Like if I move, it really knows how to get your face. So yeah, if you're really looking for a good mirrorless camera, I know the G7X Mark II is really expensive, and a lot of people don't have money for it, but I would rather use an iPhone than either one of those cameras and save up till you can get a Canon G7X. Just because you're gonna waste your money. Best Buy charges a restocking fee of 15%, which is usually $50 to $40 depending on what camera you're getting. And you have to do that each time you return a camera, which I did not know about. So every time I returned a camera, I had $50 taken from me. So that's great. So I'm finally happy that I got the camera I wanted. I just wanted to do a PSA just to warn everyone to save their money, just because it's not worth it. You can film better on an iPhone than both of the cameras that I've just talked about that are horrible. The Canon G7X Mark II is definitely worth the money. I can literally see it looks phenomenal. And I'm really happy. I'm finally happy that I actually got the camera that I really, really, really wanted. And fuck Best Buy. So yeah, I just want to make a quick little test video to show the quality of the Canon G7X Mark II and to send out a PSA to be aware of cameras that don't do what they say and don't look good and they're not worth the money. Use your iPhone till you can get a Canon G7X Mark II. I know it doesn't have an audio input, but I heard that the mic quality is amazing, and my favorite YouTuber, she uses this camera, and everything looks amazing for her. Sounds wonderful, so I'm super excited. So yeah, I don't know. I was super, super happy with the quality, video quality of the Sony, but it wasn't worth it overheating, because eventually with it overheating, it's going to damage the battery. It could damage the motherboard. It could damage a lot. It could melt. It could even melt the inside of the camera. And I did see a review of someone having their Canon, or not their Canon, their Sony melt, on the battery and stuff. So be aware, not worth it. That's like a $500 camera, and this was what, $100 more. So yeah, I don't know. I just want to do a little PSA before anyone wastes their money. And I just want to warn you, what camera is Gucci. So that's all I have to say. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions about any of the cameras or the new Canon G7X and my settings and etc., I can do a video on that. Just let me know, because I'm super happy I finally got the camera that I wanted. And yeah, it was just a painful process going through camera to camera. And oh, and another thing about the Canon SX740 is, if you have, where did I just put that? If you have anything on an SD card, it will not film anything. It'll keep saying that your memory card is too slow to write. So you need to have a completely fresh memory card every single time you film something, or you need to erase your whole memory card, which is not worth it at all. And that was the only camera that did that. The Sony one worked perfectly fine with it. This one's working perfectly fine with the memory card with stuff on it, so I really didn't understand the problem, but okay, that's my final words. I just want to state that and send out a PSA again. So I repeated myself 500 times, but I really want this to be clear that you need to just make smart choices and not do what I did, and realize which camera is really, really worth it.